The moment you doubt whether you can fly, you cease forever to be able to do it. Good afternoon to each and every one of you to day one of Bookmark 2021, themed Rediscover You. My name is Sharon Rose Verghese. I'm a student from first year School of Education, Christ deemed to be University. Bookmark is an annual event conducted by the library in association with the School of Education. This year, the theme of the event is Rediscover You, meaning you as the reader would discover yourselves as you discover various literature. Joining us today is Mr. M.S. Srinivasa, Training Master for South States, Bangalore, Karnataka, from Ebsco Information Services India Private Limited. A graduate in Bachelor of Engineering and postgraduate in Digital Electronics, Mr. Srinivasa is an engineer by education and a knowledge facilitator by profession. He is experienced in training and academia for more than a decade and has conducted over 600 training programs for over 45,000 people till date. He was also recognized by IEEE as one of the top 5 training managers in India for Best Customer Engagement Services in 2019. It is indeed a great privilege to have you here with us, sir. I request you to now take over the session and grace us with your profuse knowledge. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Shirley. I'll be disabling my video now. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you for the confirmation. On behalf of Ebsco Information Services, I would like to welcome each one of you for this awareness session on Ebsco's Business Source Elite database and Ebsco's mobile app. In the first place, I am thankful to the management of Christ University, librarian Dr. Shrikumaran Nair sir, for giving me an opportunity to present to all of you our Ebsco's database today. Thank you for the warm introduction. Ebsco Information Services is the flagship company of Ebsco Industries, whose headquarters is there in Massachusetts, USA. Ebsco Industries has completed 75 years and 75 years of its existence, and it has different verticals of business across the world. Ebsco Information Services is one of the leading e-publishing companies in the world, and they provide more than 400 databases which caters to management, engineering, medical, any other field, as you name it. So we cover the databases for all kind of institutions from KG to PG. All the sections are covered. Among these 400 databases that Ebsco has, there are 3 of the databases which has been subscribed by Christ University. Today, I would be taking all of you through Ebsco's Business Source Elite database. Any database that has been subscribed by the library can be used through the IP address of that institution. But now, situations have differed from March 2020 onwards. Even now, whoever would be there in the campus of Christ University, they would be able to access our databases just through clicking on this, or just by typing this link search.ebscohost.com, or usually in the university's library page, when they have made the mention of e-resources, they would have integrated the link. And if you click on that link of Ebsco, then it would take you directly to the Ebscohost platform where Business Source Elite database will be available. Like me, like me away from the campus or not there in the Christ University campus, if I want to use Ebsco database, I can use it remotely through these credentials. Christ University might offer you different remote access options. Okay. Apart from that, we have provided temporary credentials that can be used to access Ebsco database remotely anywhere in our country. So the URL remains the same, search.ebscohost.com. Then the user ID password is what you could see here on my screen. You can make a note of it. This is a common user ID password which is given for Christ University, which can be used by both faculty as well as students. Okay. Now the user ID is Christ Unif and password is lib at the rate of 1 to 3. As there would be many viewers of this session through even through YouTube as well, any of you who could have a hands-on experience during this session, that you can do it using these credentials. I'll pause here for a few seconds so that you can make a note of these credentials and you can log into it, do a simultaneous search as I take you through our various features as well as our mobile app. Meanwhile, I will mention the flow of my session that I've started. Immediately after this, I will be starting with the introduction of mobile app. I'll show you how you can install your mobile app and just briefly demonstrate that as well. Then come to the platform and then take you to the advanced search, and there I'll quickly mention about limiters, filters, tools, folder options, and then publications, and then the for your placement information related company profiles, and then creating your personal account. And with that, we would sign off this session. And one point that I would like to highlight before I begin all of the participants can get an e-certificate as well. Okay. What I'll do is immediately after my session, I would share an email, share a workshop task sheet with the librarian. So all those who are related with business and management, that link can be, that workshop sheet can be shared with them, and through that they can get their e-certificate. I hope all of you have made a note of these credentials, that is Christ Unif and LIB at the rate of 1 to 3. Now, what does this Business Source Elite database consist of? This Business Source Elite database consists of information from journals, magazines, some case studies, SWOT analysis, company profiles. So it is mix of both journal articles as well as other company profiles as well. Now, in this Business Source Elite database, there are around 1,000 journals, magazines are there, out of which some of the prominent journals or periodicals that are available for all of you to use are like Harvard Business Review, Financial Management, Journal of Marketing, Journal of Finance, California Management Review. Some of the world's reputed journals can be used by all of you, that you can download the articles. And there are some journals of Indian universities also that are available. Some journals which are published by some universities, and other journals which are published by Indian publishers. They're also part of this Business Source Elite database. So now I would be taking all of you to our Ebscohost platform now. Before that, as I have mentioned, I would be starting with the demonstration of the mobile app in the beginning for a few minutes, so that all of you also can come to know about our mobile app, and then we'll go to the platform that we are having. So all of you can find our mobile app both in Play Store as well as App Store. All those of you who are using Android devices or iOS devices, you have to just go to the respective stores, and there you can type Ebsco Mobile, and with that you will be able to see a blue color icon. And once you install it, you can find the name of Christ University, and then you can log in. So I'm going to show these steps in a while, as I'm trying to connect to my phone right now. Just within few seconds, I'll be giving the demonstration of that, and also showing all of you as how you would be able to download and use this app. Meanwhile, uh, before you go to any Play Store or App Store, we have an option for all of you to either scan this QR code, what you are able to see on my screen, as well as the link. Those who cannot scan it, you can just type this link, that is www.onelink.to/ebsco. When you type it through this, also you would be able to go to our Ebsco mobile app. I suppose that some of you would try it simultaneously to install this app. You can scan this, what you're seeing on my screen, or even enter this link, and you can get the mobile app. Okay, so once you get the mobile app, please install it, and what are the further steps, I'll show it to all of you. I will wait for the 30 seconds, so that people who are trying, so they can scan it, or either they can make a note of this link, and then they can install it as I give the demonstration of mobile app. All of us use various kind of apps. Using apps are easy, so I will just show you briefly how you can find the articles of Business Source Elite database from the mobile app once you install it. Now, why you were supposed? I mean, what is the importance of this mobile app? Mobile app Through this mobile app, you would be able to access Business Source Elite from anywhere. You would get the PDF of the articles, and that in your mobile app itself. So it's like anytime, anywhere access that you can get of Ebsco databases through your mobile app. I'm hoping that some of you are trying to install this app. Okay, one last time, I'm repeating the link through which you can install the app is www.onelink.to/ebsco. Okay, now let me move on to which is the mobile app that all of you are supposed to use it. I suppose that all of you are able to see my phone screen. If you're able to see it, here is the mobile app icon that you can install it. I mean, once you install it, Sherlyn, can you confirm if my phone screen is visible?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Thank you. Okay, so this would be our starting page, where you click on Get Started, and here you have to put your university name, that's Christ University, as you type in. And here, as you select it, again, there are different ways in which you can log into this mobile app. If any of you are there in the campus, you can connect through the Wi-Fi of your campus. If you're not there in the campus, then you can connect to the credentials, and the credentials would be the same as what I had shared for the web portal, as well as to the mobile app. Now here, the credentials that you are supposed to enter remains the same, whether it is a web portal or the mobile app. So you can enter the same. You can enter the same credentials. to log in. Then as you enter these details, then you would be taken to the Christ University account, where you can search articles related to your management from any of the discipline. That could be no problem. So you can go for organization behavior. I mean, I am taking this example of organization behavior keywords as I've entered. So here are the results for it. And we have three of the filters here. One is the peer-reviewed filter. The next one is a full text filter, which will help you to get all those articles which have the PDFs for these keywords of organization behavior. So as I click on it, we'll go to the detailed page of that article. And when I click on access now, you can see there are two options here. One is the PDF, as I had already mentioned. That article PDF will be available in the mobile app itself. So you can read it anytime. Other option is you can listen to this article. Okay. And if you like this article, you can click on this icon. It is called as favorite icon, means whichever articles that you like, that will go to your favorite section. Okay, so that you can refer to it later. Apart from that, you can also share this article with any of your friends or your faculty, or whoever belongs to Christ University. They can share it through the WhatsApp or through email, or there are other options also that you can explore. Now, this is a favorite section. Whichever articles that are liked by you will be there in your favorite section. And there's one important point that I would like to highlight here is about the syncing functionality. What is there here? Now, what does the syncing functionality means? In the mobile app, whatever article that you like, the same article can be found in the folder of your web portal. So to make it clear, let me log into Ebscohost web portal. So search.ebscohost.com followed by the user ID password, that is Christ Unif. And now today we would be going to business and management journal collection. What I was referring to with respect to the mobile app syncing functionality is that the article what is available here, the same article, you can get it into this folder also. Vice versa is also possible, but when you log into the mobile app, you have to log in with your personal account credentials. You can create your personal account, and if you are logged in into both the devices with the same personal credentials, this syncing functionality can work. Okay. Next is creating your personal account. You can create your personal account either in this web portal or through the mobile app also. So using that, you can log into any of the either through the mobile app or to the web portal. Now, if you don't sign out this here, it will be there for 30 days, which means that for next 30 days, you need not enter the user ID password for Christ University if you are there off campus. Okay, so these are some of the features with respect to mobile app. So I hope that at least few of you have tried to install this app and had run some searches. So please do run the searches as required. Now coming to the web portal of Ebscohost platform, as Christ University has subscribed to our database for many years, most of you would be quite familiar using our platform. So I would like to just quickly run through some of the important features as well as some new additions to this platform. I would be starting off with an example through the advanced search. Okay, now here, as I've said, this is your session. As I've shared the user ID password with all of you, you might do any searches as per your interested topics. So I would be taking some topic, some random topic, say like e-commerce, and I would like to combine it with supply chain management, or sometimes it's also like logistics management. Or further, if I would like to add another row, I can add this as well. And additional row, I want to get these articles from a specific journal. If I know the name of that journal, I can just mention, say for example, I can mention Harvard Business Review, followed by I can choose source here under the guided fields. With this, you would be able to get the articles from a specific journal or a magazine that you have selected. Or if I want to get the articles from some of the celebrated management authors, or like Philip Kotler or Peter F. Drucker, so you can just mention their names and select the author. There would be your professors who would have written research articles, and if you want to find their articles in this platform, you can do the same, mention their name, and you can just select the author so that you can have their articles. Okay, so now why did I start with the advanced search? It is because to show all of you that in advanced search you can do a combinational search, what you can see over here. And along with that, you can do a specific search, which means you can specifically enter the field of what you want the searches from. So one is the combinational search, second is a specific search. So with these, what will happen is our time will be saved, and we will also get specific results. That would be the advantage of using the advanced search. Now, I would just like to go on with this combination that I have used, e-commerce with respect to supply chain management or the logistics management. So here we have got the results as well for the combination that I have given. Now, as all of you are very much aware about using the various filters from this platform, but still as a kind of refresher for those who have joined the session for the first time. Now, how do we go to the relevant articles as per your requirement from these 58,412 is what I'm going to take all of you through now. So there are some limiters which you can which you can see from here, like whenever you require the PDF or the HTML articles, you can make a selection of the full text limiter so that all those articles for the keywords of e-commerce with respect to supply chain management, all the PDFs you will be able to get it. And if you would like to get the articles from peer-reviewed journals, then you can make use of this limiter. Now, I'm thinking that all of you are aware about the peer-reviewed journals, means the articles which undergo the peer reviewing process before it gets published. Now, why this limiter is important? Just because today, as we all keep hearing a lot about plagiarism and fake information, all of that, to be 100% sure that whatever articles that you are going to download and read, so it would come from peer-reviewed journals, you can make use of this limiter. Followed by the time range, you have it, see how many ever years of articles that you want. Accordingly, you can just enter that here. It can be 1 year, or it can be say 5 years, or it can be for say 10 years. You can choose the number of years by selecting the period range. Followed by various source types is nothing but, as I've already mentioned in the beginning of this presentation, that in this database there is variety of content. Okay, so there's one point that I would like to tell, to give the difference between Google Scholar or this customized subscribed database. Now, when you look for any information in Google Scholar, of course you'll get the articles, but then variety of content you'll not get it there, and all of them have been packaged and it has been given to all of you at one place. As you can see here clearly, like there are content is from academic journals, mean, journals or the academic journals both are the same. Then you have articles from trade publications, newspaper reviews, magazines. So all of them are there. Now, this variety of content can be useful to you in different contexts. Okay, when you're taking part in a competition, or when you're preparing for a presentation, or when you're doing a project work, or when you want to write an article. In all of these cases, these different types of content will be helpful, which which you might not find in Google Scholar. Now, for my purpose, I can just select, I can go with the journals only, but then I will go ahead because I want to show you all something different as well. Okay. Now, here other filters that all of you can see over here, but I would like to highlight three of them which are important. So number one is the subject filter. I can give my keywords, but then when I give my keywords, it should relate with a particular subject area that is under, say, logistics management, or if I don't find the topic in the 6, I can go for show more, and here I would see all other subject areas from which I can get the articles related to my keyword. So definitely logistics management could be one, followed by total quality management or supply chain management, because as I've given these keywords, so here are the subjects that I can choose from. So this is a filter which will help you with respect to the relevancy. Okay, so now you can make use of this subject filter so that you will get the articles from a filter is your publication. And now, as I mentioned earlier, in this business source elite database, there are thousands of journals and magazines. When you give any keyword here, it will show up all those journals, magazines, names from which you can find more articles for that particular topic. Okay, that's the importance of publication. Publication will give you an idea from which journal or the magazine that you can find the articles related to your given keywords. So here you can find the names of various journals and magazines that you see, which you can make a note of, and next time you can specifically go to that journal itself and get your articles. Okay, so say here, as we can see, of Journal of Management Information Systems. So this would be one of the subject in MBA, MIS. So there is a specific journal from which you can find the articles related to it. So publication will be helpful in knowing the names of specific journals or magazines. Followed by the company, this will be useful for those people, either faculty or student, whoever writes the research articles. If you want to take specific examples of a company and a certain topic, you can look for that in this company filter, where you'll get the articles of some of the companies, as you can see here, like Kerry Properties or Forbes, Qatar Navigation. So there will be company specific articles, Apple Inc. So Ford Motor, Gartner, Toyota Motor. So various companies' articles will be there as per the given keyword. This can be used. Industry filter is one which can be used after you do your internship. Once you start preparing your project report, when you want to include some articles related to the work that you have done, some industry specific, then this filter can be useful. Going to the articles that have the PDF or the full text, what you can do with them. I'll just mention about them, but before that, the videos, what you see here, are from the Associated Press, and these videos come from, these videos are part of your Business Source Elite itself. Whenever you enter any topic, if there are any videos related to it, so those will appear automatically in this results page, where you can click on view all results and you can watch them. Coming back to the articles which have the PDF or the HTML full text, what can be done with them? So let me just mention what are the things that can be done with these articles. So considering this article number 1, study on the decision making and coordination of an e-commerce supply chain with manufacturer fairness concerns. Once we see the PDF, automatically you can click on that and it will take you to the PDF and where you can download that, which is very much everybody know. But then apart from this, you can also put it into your folder for the future reference, and you can add any 2 or 3 articles what you like to read later, that can be added into the folder and you can refer to it later. But then, when we talk about literature search, the scenario would be different. Adding 2 or 3 articles will not be enough. When you're doing literature search, you will gather hundreds of articles, related to the topic that you're doing the literature search on. Now, for that, as Ebscohost platform is a simple and intuitive platform, it is also flexible that you can change the order of the results that you can choose from here. Okay. Apart from that, during the literature search, you need to gather more content in shorter time. So for that, you can change this number of results, means you can increase the number of results to 50, and then all of these 50 articles can be added into the folder in one go. As I mentioned before starting this session, all of you can get an e-certificate for this. And in the workshop task sheet that I'm going to share, there will be one question related to this. Okay. So now all of these articles can be added into the folder in one go. Now, what is the advantage of this is, say if you want to add 2 or 3 articles, you can manually click on that folder icon so it gets added. But when you are doing a literature search, that that would be time consuming. So this option of adding multiple articles to the folder will save your time. And apart from that, there are some specific advantages of the folder that I'm going to show right now. If some of you are following me, you also can try this right now. Okay, adding multiple articles to the folder, you can increase the number of results first. Okay, you can go to the page options there, increase the number of results. Once you do that, click on share and click on the folder icon. Now let's go to the folder and see what would be the advantages. Moreover, this is something new which has been added recently. So now once you add any number of articles into your folder, all of those articles can be shared with any of your friend or faculty or your guide, whatever work that they have asked you to do related to this. So it is very easy. So you can just mention your email ID here, and to whom you want to send all of those articles, their email ID you can mention, and all of these 50 articles will go to them. So any of you can try this at your end, and even I've got the confirmation as well. You can see here is a confirmation message. So this is advantage number 1. Sharing multiple articles in one go is possible if you put them inside the folder. More importantly, when you are using these 50 articles, you have to give the references for all of these 50 articles. I'm sure most of you would be aware that when you're giving references, some of you might use some softwares like Mendeley, Zotero, ProSite, or any other bibliographic management softwares. Now you can export all of these 50 articles to any of the software that you use, or that you know how to use it. In case you are unaware about it, you can simply select this option of download CSV, and then when you click on save, all the 50 articles information will come in an Excel sheet like this. So from here, you can use it for the references as how you want. So you have all the information like journal name, ISSN number, and then the keywords, abstract, all of them are there in this Excel sheet where you can, from where you can use this information to give the references. So these are the 2 advantages when you add articles into your folder. So any of you, please try it, share it with your friends or any of you friends to see if this works for you or not. Okay, now these are the advantages of the folder which we have just seen, and let me go inside of this article where some tools are there. Now, some of the articles will have two options. One is PDF full text, which all of you know about, and the other one is HTML full text. When you click on HTML full text, even here also you'll get the complete information related to that article, but it will come with three additional options. Like, which are those? One, you can read this particular article in other languages. Hindi is also one of them. Followed by, there is a text to speech converter here. So you can listen to this article offline also, that is possible. And you have different accents also, which are here. You can download this and listen offline. You can control the reading speed. So all of these are there in this same section. And the third option is you can directly jump to any of the subparagraph of this article. So these three additional options you can find in HTML full text. So apart from these, there are some of the tools which are here. Some of them all of you know about it. I would like to highlight again about two of the tools which are related to references. One is the ready-made references, which are there in 9 different citation styles, as you can see. They are ABNT, AMA, APA, Chicago. So likewise, there are 9 different citation styles. Usually in B schools, you're expected or you're recommended to give your references in APA citation style format. In such cases, you can click on Cite. You can copy this APA format and put it in your references. So with that, the reference will be there. So for ready-made references, you can click on Cite, or if you use any of the bibliography management softwares, so then you can click on Export, which we have already seen. Coming to the permalink, now every article will have its direct link. Okay, it's called as persistent link also. Say if you have liked this article today, and if you want to refer to it maybe after 2 weeks, 2 months, or 1 year also, even if you do not remember the title of the article, what you can simply do is copy this permalink, put it in an Excel sheet or a Word document. Whenever you want to use this article again, you have to just click on this permalink so that you will come back to this article. So permalink is nothing but it's a direct link for a specific article. Even if you want to share this article with someone, you can just share this permalink so that they also will open the same article. So these are also some of the tools what are available. So till now, whatever I have shown, I think some of you are aware about some of the features or most of the features, but then the folder options are new. So please try it. Before I proceed, if there are any questions, I cannot see any questions here. If there are any questions, you can send an email to me. I'll share my email ID towards the end of the session. So please share your questions or queries that you would have later. Okay.
So
moving on to the sorry.
I do have a question with me.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Does the Ebsco database have ebooks as part of their collection?
Yeah, ebooks are part of the subscription. Yes, ebooks can similarly be used as how I'm demonstrating it. It can be used through web portal as well as the mobile app. In the mobile app which I demonstrated, in the same app, ebooks also can be used. And the good news is, ebooks can be downloaded in your mobile app itself. So I will let know more information about it in the next sessions.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Next, moving on. So before that, I just want to make all of you understand here one thing, that Business Source Elite I have selected, but then again, along with that, there are some more databases. What you need to make sure before searching this Business Source Elite, make sure that there's only one, only Business Source Elite is selected. All other databases that you are seeing are complement. I mean, these can be used for knowledge purpose, extra information. So that can be used. And for the question that someone asked me just now, here is the answer. So ebook collection is also available, which you can select and use it from here. I want only Business Source Elite content, so that's why I have just selected it. And now the next thing is publications. In this session, as I've mentioned, there are thousands of journals and magazines which are available, and there is a specific place where you can find all of these. Where is that place? It's called as publications. Now, say if you know a name of a journal, say Journal of Marketing or Journal of Marketing Research, you can directly enter that name here. And when you click on browse, directly you will go to that particular journal. And in this journal, there will be back volumes also available. And you can click on any of that. And this is our new feature which we have added just 2 months ago. It's called as ahead of print articles. Means for this journal, the articles which will get published in the coming issues. So those articles you can come to know in advance. It's called as ahead of print feature is also available. Now, you can, when someone is doing literature search, at that time these back volumes will be useful. They can go to any issue from this particular journal and they can use it. Now, publications, that is one advantage. In case if you do not know say what journals or what magazines are there related to consumer behavior or consumer research, you can just enter that word and select by subject. So with that, it will show all those journals and magazine which are related with consumer. You can come to know about it. Okay, so here are those Journal of Consumer Affairs or Journal of Consumer Psychology, Journal of Consumer Research, or Advances in Consumer Research. So everything that is related with consumer will be seen. So that is how publications can be used. Or yeah, if you want to read Forbes magazine, the Times, Outlook, so any of those magazines also can be read by just mentioning their names, so you can find them under the publications. Harvard Business Review, if you want to go to, the same thing, mention the name and you can click on browse. Next is company profiles. This particular feature will be helpful for you while preparing for your placement interview. It has 10,000 plus companies information. Now, what information will be available? Say HDFC comes for the recruitment. Okay. Now, while preparing for HDFC Bank's interview, all that information related with HDFC Bank will be here. Okay, so it's about what about that company, when it was started, what are their last quarter results, and then who are the key employees, that means board of directors, their information. Most importantly, you will have this SWOT analysis of that company. This is for those people who write research articles, and if you want to make some comparison or like that. Apart from that, you can also know who are the competitors of HDFC Bank and what are their other products. So all of these things can be found in this company profiles. So here are their competitors list. So company profiles will give you an overview what you're supposed to know about a company before preparing for an interview. Okay, so that's how this company profiles will be helpful. Next is images. When you're making presentations, you can use the Google Images. Apart from that, say if you want making a presentation on social media in digital marketing, so you can just enter the topic of which you're doing the presentation, and you will have images. Again, these images are of different kinds, so you can choose whichever is required for your presentation, and accordingly you can use these images. So you can give the citation for this image also. Again, 9 different citation styles are available, and what you can do with this image, that is also given here. So you can just enlarge this image and copy and use it as required. Now, creating your personal account, all those of you who are viewing it through YouTube or who are seeing this through the Zoom platform, create your personal account. Now, why you have to create your personal account? It has 5 specific advantages. Let me tell you what are those 5 advantages first. Number 1, it will help you for the remote access. In the beginning of the session, what I have shared with you is temporary, which means those credentials can get elapsed after some time, because that was created and shared during for the pandemic time. Now, even though that is temporary, if you have created your personal account with your own user ID password or through your Gmail, you would be able to access Business Source Elite from anywhere. Okay, until you are associated with Christ University, or until Christ University uses our resources, till then you can use this through your personal credentials. That is number 1. Number 2 is the topic alert. Number 3 is the journal alert. Number 4 is the folder access, and number 5 is the mobile app. So these are the 5 specific advantages when one creates their personal account. I request all of you to please create your personal account and make use of these specific advantages. How do you create your personal account? There are 2 choices. Okay. Number 1, you can link it with your Gmail ID, which will be very easy for you. Click on continue with Google, select your Gmail ID, and once you give these details, then it would ask you for a consent page, and with that your Gmail account will be linked. So next time when you want to log into this Ebsco database, you can directly do it through your Gmail ID. You can observe that here not Ebsco has come. Okay, I'll show you. Next, so I want to log into Ebsco database now. So search.ebscohost.com URL. Since I've already linked my Gmail ID here, I'll click on sign in with Google here. Because I'm logged in to my Gmail already, it will directly take me to Ebscohost platform. This happened because I created my personal account by linking it to my Gmail ID. Okay, that's option number 1. So there will be some people who do not like to use Gmail ID. So what they have to do? Click on sign in. Then click on sign up. Fill your details here. Create whatever username password that you want for yourself. And with that, your personal account will be created. And using this, also you would be able to log into Ebsco database from anywhere. So these are the 2 ways in which you would be able to access Ebsco remotely. Now you can see my initials are there. Similarly, your name will appear. How to set an alert for any topic? Now there are some case studies available in this Business Source Elite database. Okay, you can find case studies here in 2 ways. Number 1, you can directly type case study. We can use some wild characters here like asterisk or question mark, a hash symbol. Select the title if you want, okay, to make that search specific. So in this way, you can find all the case studies which are there in this business source elite, 35,000 case studies, and these case studies come from different journals, different magazines, and some from HBR also. Okay, this is one way. Now I want to set an alert for this. So what I can do, I can click on share, then I can click on email alert, mention my email ID, I can choose the frequency, and then save it. So like this, I've set an alert for case studies. So what happens is whenever new case studies are added, you will get an alert to your inbox. Okay. Number 3, setting journal alert. Say you want to see what journals are there for human resources. So you want to set an alert for any of this journal related to human resources. What you can do is you can simply click on this icon. Then again, you have to mention your email ID and then save alert. What will happen is whenever a new issue of Journal of Human Resources get released, then an email will come to you. So these are the 3 options, 3 advantages. 4th advantage, your customized folder. Whatever activity that you do in this platform for yourself, for to know that this folder will be helpful. Means what searches you have made, what alerts you have created, what articles are there. So everything will be there here at one place, and ebooks, everything, whatever activity that you do will be here. And the last one is a mobile app, which I have already shown to all of you in the beginning. So in this way, all of you can make use of this Ebscohost platform. Second way in which you can find the case studies, you can go to this, you can scroll down from the advanced search page. In the document type, you will find case study, select it, and give the topic. So here are the case studies that you will get. So in this way, you can find case studies as well. Okay. And lastly, to help yourself, if you've not followed any feature from this platform, what you can do is you can click on help, and any of the feature that you have not followed, you can click on, say, booleans, that is a and d, or and not. There will be explanation for that, in detailed explanation. You can read and understand them. Okay, so that is all from my side with respect to Business Source Elite. And any questions that you would have, you can email it to me. And here is my email ID, and also our support mail ID. It's support@ebscohost.com. msrinivasa@ebsco.com is my email ID. You can send your queries to this email ID, msrinivasa@ebsco.com. Let me just open up that workshop task sheet, which I'll be sending to librarian sub. So whoever will answer these, and whoever will do these 3 tasks, they will get the e-certificate. Okay. So this is a sample. There are questions already here. What you're supposed to do. It is there. So once you do these 3 questions, then you'll be able to get the e-certificate, and it will come automatically to your Gmail ID, Gmail inbox. Any questions before I stop sharing my screen?
So there is one more question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is the personal account that will be created paid, or is it available freely?
It is free.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, welcome. Okay, so I'll stop sharing my screen. Yeah, over to you. Yeah, just before that, I would like to thank librarian Sri Kumaran sir and the team for giving me an opportunity to take all of you through our Ebsco's Business Source Elite database, and I'm thankful for the management as well for giving permission to have this session virtually. Over to you, Sherlyn.
Thank you, sir, for sharing with us the advantages of using Ebsco Database and also training us on how to use the portal and its privileges. A note to the audience, Ebsco is available, accessible via Nimbus, and we hope that you all have access to Nimbus in our library. If not, you may contact the college library. True wisdom cannot be obtained unless it is built on a foundation of true humility and gratitude. Gordon B. Hinckley. I thank each one of you who graced us today by joining this online session and actively participating in the event. On behalf of the Library and School of Education, Christ deemed to be University, I extend a heartfelt gratitude to Mr. Srinivasa for joining us today and enlightening us with some very insightful and splendid thoughts. We also thank the Library and Information Center for coordinating and conducting this session along with the School of Education. We assure you that many more such events will be conducted in the future. I also extend our special thanks to our audience who graced us with their presence. I once again thank everyone and I wish you all the best. For the general information of the audience, the recordings of the inauguration and this session, along with all future sessions pertaining to Bookmark 2021, will be made available at the Christ Deemed to be University website. Thank you and have a good evening.
Thank you, everyone. Take care. Bye.